Alright, so you're Schmeat Powers, yeah? Are you also in here, KK Wormus? Wormus? KK? I don't know. How's your name? What's the best way to say it? I'll start with plot anyways.
Train. Who dares to enter the mayhem? Jump.
I don't know what to do. Oh,
Soul Blacker Valley. A jump versus Soul.
Okay.
Get ready to rock.
So before we start, Schmeat. Do you have any questions, or do you want anything? Do you have anything that you want me to look at, or? Yeah, I'll probably be able to tell. Is there anything specifically that you want me to like teach you, or is there anything you want me to look at, or? How to block. So, almost there's like one or two things that aren't high, that are highs rather. There are only one or two things that are highs, and they're very predictable. So most of the time you're just gonna block low. The way he's gonna open you up is with throw or frame traps. He really has no high low. Is the music too loud compared to my voice? I don't think it is, but just gotta make sure. Alright. So round start, Pot isn't a unique advantage where his round start is extremely strong. 2P is like a very strong round start. Honestly. Alright. Turn down the music then. Should be a bit better. Do you know about direction inputs? Do you know about anime terminology for direction inputs? Yeah, so 2P is down punch. Because 1 is down back, 2 is down, and down forward is 3. So if you look at like a numpad, you'll be able to tell the direction that your stick needs to be in while you do the input. And punch, P is punch. So it's P, K, S, H, D. Punch, kick, slash, heavy, slash, dust. So I could say something like 6P, and that's a forward plus punch. For some reason my chat disconnected. It's kind of weird. Okay. So I'll actually explain that now, because I'll explain it. Yeah, so round start. Round start, your 2P actually reaches. And it's really fast. So if I this.
Counter. 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 Counter.
2P is always gonna win. Every time.
Counter.
Should even win against 2D, I think. Yep.
Counter. Counter.
Okay, maybe 2D is quite good. Maybe it might beat 2D. But you can just, you know, just punch him like that.
Counter.
But in general, round start 2P is really good. Just 2P is really good. Then you can go into, like, you know, other stuff. Okay. No, you shouldn't always open up with 2P. There are some options maybe you want to try differently, and some characters actually do have answers to 2P. Rarely, but they do. There are other things you can do on round start. So you could 2P is like your button press. If you're gonna try to catch a backdash, maybe like if a big call out thing, maybe you can try to 5H or 6H because they might try to backdash or something. So like this. You could do something like that. Another thing you can do is make a fist forward or just jumping forward. There's a couple of options you can do, but generally 2P, if you're going to be risky, a 5H. You could also do like a Mega Fist or a jump board potentially if you really want to like try to get in. But if they're like sitting there trying to contest you around the start, then 2P is like a pretty safe and easy answer. And it's very common. Some characters can beat it though, so it's not impervious. Alright. Another thing I think I remember you doing is you let hammer fall rip a lot. And when I say rip, you don't pause it like that. You just let it go. And that's very risky. Yeah, that's very risky. If you don't have meter to keep a hammerfall safe, then you should be really careful with hammerfall because it's punishable itself. So, for example, if you have meter, then you can do this. Okay. You can jump forward and do stuff. And if it does hit, then you can combo off it. So it's a little bit better to try to have meter. Letting it rip, like sometimes you let it rip because maybe you see them press a button and you're able to blow through it. Most of the time you got to be careful because if they're just sitting there and they block it, then they're going to punish you. Another thing is instead of just sitting here and then doing a half forward to get forward, you should be using 5H a bit more. 5H is a very good normal. So I can like you can half fall after it, or you can do stuff like this. Stuff like that. There are a couple mistakes here. I saw. Right. So you let her have full whip. You whiff that 2H there, that's a bit weird. Have forward through, it's fine. Then you did 2P, 2P. That's fine. If you look at your dust loop, generally, I don't think you have too many safe things. Yeah, most of your stuff is going to be through other stuff. Alright. So if you want, let's just say you're doing, you did a block string here, yeah? You got through, you got knocked down, walked up. First of all, you should generally try to start a block string with a low. 5k is my recommendation, because it's really active, really long, you know. It's really active, really long, and you can just, go into a combo. Not that. Yeah, it's just easy to just, get knocked down and then walk up. You can all just, do stuff like this. You can tick grab. Something like that. Something like that. And if you want to, keep your block string safe, you can do stuff like this. Okay. That's pretty simple. Stuff like this. Then you can mix it up like this. Sec. Cancel the dash. Do you mean the hammerfall dash or the shoulder? Because you can cancel that in a flick, yes. Nothing is suck. You can buffer stuff like that, where you pre-charge by doing the 6A way early. Yeah. So yeah, you definitely can. So if you're doing a block string, you could do something like, you know, jab into a throw. Whoops. Jab into a command grab, or 5k into command grab, 2k. You also do something like this if they're crouching. This is kind of a neat trick. Because 5p always whiffs on crouches. You can just do that. Should be careful about it. Yeah. But yeah, generally, you're going to be doing stuff like your best buttons for continuing pressure off, because you want to be having full braking forward, is stuff like 2S, maybe far S. No. There's that, there's 5H. Far S, 6k. Suck. And then you can just do this if you want a frame trap, you go into flick. So it'll still be plus. Good. Some ideas. Yeah. So yeah, here what could have happened is you could have done the 6k. This is like a pseudo frame trap. Then you should have cancelled it into flick, just to keep yourself safe if you weren't gonna handful break it. It's fine. A bit too much 2H. You gotta be careful with 2H. 2H is like a big call out anti-air button. You got your better anti-air is 6p. Honestly, 2H is like super big call out. Yeah, so when you got this knockdown, just walk up, meaty 5k. Not too close so you don't get thrown, but close enough that, you know, they're not too far away. Yep, see, this can be punished every time, so that's why you need to be careful. So let's just say you're in this situation. You could have just hammer full broke and then press the button instead of just letting it rip like that. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Like that. Like, see that. Hammer full break, and then you can pop buster here. I think he presses a button. I think you try to do it here, be instant block instead, which makes me think that you didn't get it out in time. Okay, so your pot, but do you know about your frame data on your pot buster? So your pot buster is 3-frame startup. It is one of the three. It's the fastest thing in this game, startup wise, is like 1-frame shit, like throws, 1-frame stuff, and maybe stuff like what's the name? Maybe some supers could be a little bit faster after the flash, but there's only 2 other moves, 2 other normals that have the same speed as a pot buster. The thing with the pot buster is the first 2 frames are throw involved, and then the 3rd frame is fully invincible. So literally right there, if you did pot buster, you probably would have grabbed him through anything he did. It's that fast. It's that scary and that fast and that high damaging. That if he's not doing anything in the first 2 frames of you pressing the input, yeah. So it's really fast. It's basically. Wait, I'll even show the frame data here. Yeah. So it's 3 frames startup. Startup is 3 frames. It's throw involved from the frame 1 and 2, and then 3 to 5 it's fully involved. But if they haven't jumped or anything, they're not airborne or they're not in an invincible state themselves, then you're gonna grab them. So that's why it's really good. It's a strong tool, and there are other things you can do. So let's say you're in this situation. You're in that situation, you can do stuff like this. You can do, let's just say... You can do backdash. Like, there are other options to get pot buster, like you can do backdash pot buster. Maybe not like that. So backdash pot buster is really good because his backdash is like fully invincible for like almost all of his frames. The last frame is not invincible. So you've got 3 after you backdash, you have and you do a pot buster immediately. That means you have 3 frames of being punished before the pot buster hits after you backdash. So you can really do that. And the range of pot buster is really huge, obviously. Look at this. Fucking A. Pot backdash is probably one of the strongest things in this game, so I'd assume so. Because you do stuff like this. If I can input it properly. Okay, that definitely came down. I even do like when they press a button afterwards. Shit like that. See that? Try to press a button. Good grab. Dude, another button. Yeah, it's very strong. No, it's an insanely good backdash, and it's really good for pot because he can just, you know, stuff like this. A bit better in the corner. So you do jump in. Like that. Yeah, he is an arcade stick. You can see it on the bottom. It's an arcade stick. Alright. So you're also saying you didn't want to... You wanted to use the H to throw or whatever. So first of all, you said this is punishable, yeah? Yeah, that's true. Back throw is pretty punishable. It doesn't hurt in some situations where if it comes out, then it's probably... The throw is probably going to happen. If it doesn't come out, then you're going to block anyways. But if you're still a bit worried about that, you can do this, which is... You can throw OS it. So every time I press forward and H at the same time, an S comes out. See this? If I don't overlap him. Anyways. S is gonna come out. So less. Throw. That's one way to be safe. Is to do a throw is like this. Like if you're super worried about whiffing that. So when someone is on top of you, what do you mean by someone is on top of you? Like, when they jump in? Like that. Auto knockdown when you're recovering. Alright, so let's... Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's why you gotta do like a delayed tech. So in this situation... Okay, so that's a normal situation. And then they'll go for a low option. Low. So what you're gonna do... is just... delay. And if I do that at the same timings, the high is gonna hit... Okay, how about I do it like this? I record all 3 slots, and I'll do a random. So I'm doing the throw here. Kind of delayed. It's delayed a little bit. See how delayed it is? Is that something like that? Yeah. You have to understand, throw is 1 frame startup. It's 1 frame startup, so it's the fastest thing in the game. And it beats everything that isn't throw invul, or airborne, or is also a throw. So if they do that, and they leave a gap, and you're close enough to throw, you're going to throw them. So basically, what you want to be doing is you want to be delaying it as long as possible. Because you're going to be grabbing them out of like almost all of their moves. So as long as you do the timing right, you're going to be grabbing them. Alright. But here is one thing where it can be a little bit tricky. I'll put in a third option. The third option. The dreaded third option. Alright. So if I try to throw... See, I get that. So how do we beat that? Do this. This one you're going for third option? That's right now. So remember how I was saying that whole forward S thing? Another way to do that is to do forward and P. So if you can throw, you'll get 6P. If you can throw, you'll get throw. If you can't throw, you'll get 6P. So you get stuff like that. Just have to be careful with it. He's a bit annoying with pot. I don't know that much. You don't have to worry about the safe jump. Get that? I mean, it's a little bit more advanced. Not everyone uses that, but it's something to know. Alright. So, doing your pressure, do a handful in, break. Could have pop busted there. This could have been whiff punished. When he does that, you 2D immediately. Or you do Fire S or something. Fire S and a hammer fall break. Fire S, hammer fall break, hammer fall forward break. Something like just to get in. Shouldn't let that happen for free. Then he jumps out. So in this situation, when he jumps like this, you should just chill and wait for him to do something, because he could either... He could try to air dash out if you commit like this. And if he tries to air dash out, you can anti-air him or you can air throw him to keep him back in the corner. That 6H there was very dangerous. Right. You block all that. He was plus there and he decided to DP. So if he just chilled there, he would have hung himself. Then this is just unfortunate. I think he bursted a bit too late. If you bursted like a frame or two earlier, it would have caught him, but he just is already recovering, so it's just unfortunate. Alright. So yeah, you block this. He's basically he's meaty as hell, so you can't throw after this. So you shouldn't be trying to throw now. You should have been trying to throw if you did an empty jump or something. But he's already done it, so he's already got enough frames so you can't throw him here. So if he jumps again and you try to throw randomly, then you're just gonna do that. That 5, yeah, now you're trying to throw a bit too much. I think you just gotta chill sometimes. Don't have to throw everything. Yeah. 5H happened, but you just gotta be careful. I think you're just trying to press buttons now. For here, whatever. Big 6H. Oh, I'll quickly mention his highs. So Sol has 2 highs. Technically. He has this. And the way you beat it is just by instant blocking. It's not recommended to try to anti-air it. It's a bit scary to anti-air it. The best thing to do is just instant block it. And then throw him or something. You can play pop buster him, I don't know. Generally what other characters would do is they'd also jump in instant block, but because Pot has 1 frame slower than every other character, he is not as good. Like I can't. You have to be really preemptive. Like I'm in jump startup here while this is happening, so I'm getting hit. So just a normal instant block is better. That's a high. The other thing you can do is this. So this is a really bad move. It does hit high. See that? I got the exclamation mark, which means you hit block the wrong way. The way you beat this, you can block it high, I guess, but the way you beat this is just this. And I mean like, you can do it as late as you want. It's a really bad move. Yeah. So a lot of what beats Soul, you have to FD a little bit, but instant blocking is a pretty useful tool. And backdashing is pretty useful as well, because it'll catch him out in some situations where he's being dumb. Alright. So when you landed here, you've pressed 6P. That's a bit of a mistake. If you're gonna mash as Pot, if you're gonna press a button, you should be pressing 2P. And that's only when you know there's a gap. And you can make a gap by... So when you let's just say you're being pressured by a Soul, yeah? A Soul player is pressuring you. They're doing all this business. Okay? Maybe in the corner as well. So instead of, you know, mashing a shit ton, instead of mashing a shit ton, you can do stuff like this. You can push him out with FD. Also, because you don't have a good answer to instant dashing over Gunflame, you have this. Flick. Flick is a lot of an answer to a lot of things. It's just something like this, I guess. Hey, it's a bit risky to do that. Because you can actually block. Flicks is just better. Or you can also hold flick. But yeah. Or you can do it the other way. Maybe something like this. See that? Punish him with that. Oh. Any other moves? Exactly. Yes, I guess. Oh yeah, this is also high. Actually, no, it's not high. I lied. Yeah, honestly, a good skill. Honestly, when you look at Pot, when you look at like the top Pot, like Fab, his greatest skill and the greatest thing that you can see from him is just his instant blocking is so good. He's just so good at instant blocking, and it makes it really scary because he'll just instant block and then throw you. Okay, an instant block is... Wait, is this how to do it, or what does it do? Let's look up... Let's do this. Instant block. These are the benefits of an instant block. And how to do it. I'll explain quickly how to do it. So... An instant block is when... So this is a normal block. A normal block is when you're just holding. It's whatever. But if you block just before the hit connects, like a few frames before the hit connects, then get instant blocks. So look at my arcade stick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about Smash, so I can't say much on that. But the advantages to instant block are you recover faster from blocking, so you're able to do something a bit faster than usual from normal blocking. You reduce their pushbacks so they don't go back as far, which allows you to like. It brings them closer to your throw range or to a faster jab punish range. You get some extra meter, but doesn't really do too much. So it's basically less recovery in block stun and less pushback. You have some small meter buffs. They don't matter too much, but they're there. And also there's some stuff where you can keep, if they instant block in the air, then they stay in the air a bit longer, but that also doesn't do too much. One thing to know though is that if you mess up an instant block, like you instant block too late or something like that, if you instant block too late, or I think I don't know if it's too early as well, but it's definitely if you instant block too late, then you will be locked out of it for a few frames. So you can't just do this. If you look at my stick, you can't just do this. You can't just do that. That's cheating. No bueno. You have to time it. And as you get better, learn matchups, as you get better, you'll know strings and you'll be able to punish them. Another example is something like this. Wait, time it.
Counter.
It's a bit hard to do. Might not be possible on Soul. Do like this. Like that, yep. So this would be a lot harder if I didn't instant block. See? Okay. Blitz Shield is... It's a bit different. So Blitz Shield is like a... It's actually a true parry. So you do this, you press S and H. You can't press it forward, you can't press it backwards. You can press it down forwards. Or neutral. So this, the higher one, blocks highs and mids. This blocks only lows. And basically when they do a move, then it parries them. You gotta punish. But let's say I did the wrong one, it can't hit me. That's a mid he's doing. Same with lows. So the strength of him is just it's basically like a throw. It's instant, it's fast, and it rejects anything that hits it. You can also reject projectiles. So you can just, you know, reject it and then move forward. And if they're too close, get it closer. It rejects them. Even when they projectile. So what you can do is you can charge it up. You can charge it up and that's got like a little minigame with it. So the only thing the opponent can do when they get rejected is to blitz back. So that's the only thing they can do is they can blitz back. So it turns into like a parry war. And there's also stuff where like you can charge it up and there's also more stuff to that, but you can make it a bit more powerful. And then when it's more powerful, then yours beats out the other person. Stuff like that. So you'll eventually get in a blitz war and maybe you'll want to charge it up. You're also quite plus after it. Let's continue with the load. You got a hammerful. You got Mega Fist. It's good. Risky again. So around start, just backed off. That's fine. This you just gotta be careful. Like if I was here, you can do two things. You could hammerful break forward just for some space, or you can just walk forward. Let me just show you this. So look how much to gauge you're getting when you walk forward. You get gauge from walking forward. Whereas if you outfall, it's not too much. So if you really want to move forward, you can do stuff like this. Or you can just walk forward and that builds some gauge. So look at the gauge in the bottom left. Just from walking forward. So there, how helpful there was is really risky. It didn't really get you much reward, and it's there's much more you can do. So that's why like walking forward, just when you're at this range, just walking forward and then pressing into 5H range is fine because you can just stuff like that. You get some meter from walking forward. Stuff like that. Right. DP'd. Empty jumps in for 2H. If you did that throw thing there for when they do empty jump, you would have thrown him there. So that you would have punished him for doing that. So the empty jump. You press 2H. If you press 2HP here, you might have interrupted him. But honestly, you need to press 2H like way less. 2H is a very risky button. It's only used in like certain situations. Is in some certain anti-air situations, honestly, for big reward. So yeah, you gotta just block. These are all mids. These are all lows and mids. Just catching you. You block that, then you press a button. So you didn't instant block this Bandit Bringer. Yeah, you didn't block this. You didn't instant block this, so you couldn't punish it. So you just press the button. You press 2K there, which is a bit weird. TK, I guess it works. It's got a bit more range, but 2P is just where it's at. Then you 6H there. Don't 6H. 6H. 6H is a call out move. Six H isn't like a neutral. 6H is like it's a call out move. So you could do it in neutral, but the best place where it's used is if you get that a knockdown, and then you can do this to catch them when they're backdashing. Like that. They try to backdash and wake up. And you catch him out like that. It's way too much 6H. If you're gonna press a button at long range, it should be 5H. Also, these gun flames should be flicked. If I had to tell you which buttons to use less of, use less of this, and use less of this. Not that. This. You also don't want to go too overboard with Mega Fisto. It's not the best. You definitely want to use more flick, especially in like block strings. You can do like that. You want to use way more 5H. 5H is a really good normal. So from this range, you can do something like that, or just, you know. Stuff like that. Hello, Trav. So you can hold it. So let's just say Sol's doing his shit from here. You can actually hold it. Just gotta be careful though. Just understand that it's like really fast. What else? Hitbox? I'm not entirely sure. All I know is it's pretty long. Like, look at this. It's basically where those lines are, I think. Just look at where those lines on the screen appear when he does the flick. You gotta flick, you gotta something like that. I don't know, something like that. Do you mean the projectile part of the reflect, or do you mean the actual thing? If you're talking about the reflect part, it's not too far. Like, we look at the frame data here. Reflect, reflect, reflect. Here it is. So from 4 to 18 it reflects. So basically... basically before it starts up, before the attack happens, it reflects. Yeah, when I look at this, it's not like that far away. See, the thing is, if I get this far, try to do it as, yeah. See this? It's not where the finger part is. It's kind of in the middle of his hand a little bit. The thing to understand with flick is it's not when he actually flicks. It's not when he flicks is when the reflection happens. It's before that. It's literally before that. Before he does the flick. Yeah, no, I am saying where. Literally, it's behind his hand. It's not in the middle when he does the flick. That's what I'm saying. It's not when he does the flick. It's not at the flick. It's not where he flicks. It's just in the middle of his hand, sort of. He kind of has to be on top of it a little bit. Because if I do it this far away. The thing is that it's got 19 frames of startup, so it's going towards pot. I don't understand. I literally just explained it. Where? It's It's literally happening. I just showed it then as well. It happens in the middle of his hand. There. It's not there. It's not here. It's not there. So it's when it enters the hand. It's not the tip of the hand. It's when it enters the hand. You don't flick it like that. You don't do that. You do it when it enters the hand. So when it enters the hand, that's where the hitbox starts. That's where it is. That's what I've been explaining. I can't really draw. I don't have tools to draw a box, but if I had to like explain it, it's basically in the middle of his hand right now. Basically where his foot is. That's where it is. It's not at the end of it. Like, I don't know if you can see my mouse or anything. It's not here. It's here. Yeah, I can pause it. Literally there. See where it stopped? As soon as it enters the hand. Fine. If you really want a hitbox. Okay. I guess it works out. Anyways. Okay. So yeah, these should be flicked. Definitely try to flick some of these because your projectile will trade with their projectile, then you'll be able to like 5H through or something. So that's the answer to most projectiles in this game, is flicking them. Then he goes underneath that. So what you would do is you'd flick, then you'd follow behind, and you'd press 5H whenever you pressed a gun flame or something. That was a good burst. That was surprisingly a good burst because you OTG'd. An OTG burst means if he doesn't bait it, then he can't punish you. But if he does bait it, then... Sorry, if he doesn't bait it, then you launch him away. If he does bait it, then he can't punish you at all. So that's an okay burst. See, this is where 6H is like bad again. Against a soul that's going to be gun flaming the hell out of you, you got to be using flick. Just walk up and flick. Walk up, get ready to see if he does a gun flame. If he doesn't do a gun flame, then you can do a 5H or something. 5H is a lot faster. So for example, let's just say this is happening. You do that. You interrupt him. And then if you're charging properly, you'll combo up this. So maybe you can walk forward. Instead of doing something like this, where you'll get hit, you just... something like this. Of course you can just, you know... something like that. I'll finish the rest of your one then. So I haven't really finished yours. I've kind of explained a lot of shit, but I haven't explained everything. One other thing, I don't know if you know, but safe jumps. Not safe jumps, like setups. Just safe jump setups. So, generally what's going to happen is, the first one is like a normal throw. You're just going to be doing something normal like this. I don't think you have enough time to do a safe jump after a normal throw. So you just do something normal like that, just to get close. That gets you close like that, whatever. The second one is a pop buster. If you have a pop buster, you'll super jump, and that's your jump in, and you get them to block, and then after that you do this. And the third one is after like a something like this. I think it's after a normal jump. Yeah, I think it's a normal jump. It's also like how stuff like that. Alright, well, I'll quickly go over the rest of your last one, and then I'll move on to the next person. Yeah, it's just a lot of button pressing. Your 6H just get hit. Again. Alright, so round start. Do you hammer fall through? You hammer fall here. Hammer fall here is fine, because it goes through. It's a bit of a... if he's just going to do dumb stuff like a bandit bringer or something like a Fafnir, and you get a read on it, then you can just hammer fall through it. So that's something good, like is something like that can be good if you react to it. What happened here? Alright. So you did combo this. If you wanted to convert off this, you had to do just that. You need to go into 2k or 5k. Preferably 2k, because 2k's got longer range. Yeah, I don't know all this. I don't know exactly which ones are the best ones for jumping in, like after what. You may want to ask like there are a couple of pot players you can ask questions for, and there's also the pot Discord if you're in that. I think you're in it. No, you're not in it. Really, Discord. Okay, well I'll definitely give that to you because there's a shit ton of resources for that. So I put in the Guilty Gear Discord, or just the Guilty Gear Xrd channel. And if you want to ask someone for advice, I think one of the best people you can ask for advice from on pot is a guy called Yggdrasil. I'll tag you. Tag him, I'll tag you. Okay. Down, jump over. Yeah. I think you press 5. What did you press here? You press. You tried to anti that with 2H, yeah. Wasn't gonna happen. Oh. One other thing is you shouldn't be afraid to, like, if you're at long range and they're just chilling there, then don't be afraid to do stuff like slide head. Because slide head is a knockdown. And then what you'll do is not that. Something like that. Or something like this. There we go. That's pretty good. Then you get knocked down a side jump off that. Yeah, you can do that. Just understand that it doesn't actually cause a knockdown. They can get up immediately. If you want to actually get a knockdown, you have to do it from the air like that, and you'll be able to get knocked down like that. You could also get into that. Stuff like that. Trishula is a move where you'll do stuff like this. You'll YRC it. And then you can hide stuff behind it. So what you'll do is something like... And then you'll hide a 5D behind it, because 5D is huge damage. Or you'll... do stuff like that. Go for a low. You have to target near it. So you have to do a half circle and in there. Let's continue. Yep, so you try to anti-air that and you just get punished for that. That's why I prefer instant blocking it and punishing it normally. Just really risky to anti-air. This could have been 6P'd, probably. You do Hammer Fall, which is whatever. You do a 6H again, you get punished for it. What happened here? I think you tried to 5H. Yeah, you try to press 5H, you just need to wait. If you want a big, if you're in a situation where, like, if you want to be really strong, this is like a high level move. Let's just say he does stuff like this. You know? Let's just say he does a knockdown like this. Does stuff like that, yeah? So you get knocked down, and you want to throw, but he jumps over it. The way to counter that is, first of all, you can anti-air him. And you actually have a pretty decent anti-air in just mashing 5P. Because then you can do this a little bit. Yeah. So 6P is more of an anti-air, but if you want to catch them trying to jump away, then use 5P is pretty good. The other thing you can do is this. You can call them out. Because throw is one frame, and because they're above you, like, you're literally gonna, as soon as you leave the air, you're gonna throw them. There's something you can do. We got 5p loses to meteors. Oh, I think that was an accident from him, but it punished you perfectly, which is unfortunate. And yeah. So you get punished there. When you landed here, you should have done this. Who would do that? Don't immediately as soon as that happens. Because you want to do something like this. You try to do something like that. And if you press a button here, not like that. You can count here. So what you do here instead is just throw him. Somebody time it. See that? Just throw him as soon as you land. Yeah, so that's going to happen with you when you play pot. You are going to be in panic sometimes. So you just need to be patient and you need to wait for him to give you an opportunity. But this game... So this game actually has really good defensive tools. So remember, so like I was saying before, like stuff like FD is really good for pushing him out and giving you space. Instant block is really good just for removing hit stun. So not that. Instant block is really good just for punishing, helping you punish. You have blitz if you need to get them off you. You have dead angle. You really need them to get them off you. You have a lot of melee, you can dead angle them off. And remember, you do have throws, so if he does something dumb, you can't throw him. Apart from that, Pot's general tools is like big stuff like, you know. Like this. These tricks like that. You have a lot of tricks. Like you have a lot of tricks to just get around. And there's also, you also have your backdash, so if he's in the corner pressuring you, say it like this. See that? Backdash that and then throw him. Also understand that in a situation you could do that. So let's say the soul does something like this. What you can do is that. This is actually a really, really strong tool. Thank you for the follows, guys. So you got the soul player, he's doing a bunch of stuff, and he does this. Then during most of this, you can just Start this. See that? Because he can't cancel his jump S into a jump H because it whiffed because you're backdashing, he lands and you can throw him as soon as he lands. Or you can do stuff like this. Or if you do stuff like this, then you just flick and get out. Then you get instant block, and there's a lot of tools you can do. And yeah, you can also, you know, do stuff like this. So you can just, and you can jump FD out or something. Just jump FD. So jump FD is pretty good because it protects you while you're in the air. So you can just up back and FD a little bit to keep yourself safe. Just in case for extra insurance. Ugh, I'm rambling too much. Alright. So like in this situation, because he did an I-80 jump pass, if you backdash that, he would have whiffed, you would have just thrown him as soon as he lands. So that's a situation where backdash is very useful there. That hammer fall was risky because he actually recovered in time. So like this hammer fall, he's already recovered. He just pressed the button for some reason. I think he maybe didn't recover in time. So you recover in time sometimes. You have to do it pretty preemptively. Which is a problem. You can just, like, there needed to be a meaty 5k there. You walked up, you needed to do a meaty 5k here. Because you have a lot of active frames, you just meaty him with it and it'll just hit him. And you just keep doing it over and over. So, yeah, let me jump there. So, nothing you do. I mean, you should probably just too much home pull. Block this. He's still plus, so you press the button. Burst him away. 6H big. Another 6H, a bit too much 6H. You could have thrown him there. Should be using more 5H, like I've mentioned before. Way more 5H, way less 6H. You press the button, instead you could have flicked here. This could have been a flick. Instead of pressing a 2H, this could have been a flick. That was an accident for him. You press 2H again. Instead of this, when you did this, that's what he did. Should have done this. Just punch him like that. Hello, cowboy spaghetti. Yeah, that's another reason. 2D actually goes underneath Hammerfall, which is a problem. Punished. You press 2D. Waking up with the wrong buttons. Waking up with buttons in general. You could have whip punished you there for big damage. Take forward, jump here, that's fine. What'd you whiff here? Did you whiff? 2H. With the 6H, he just punishes you. Yep. Just goes under. Oof, dash ball through. So yeah, this is where throwing at 5Hs wouldn't hurt. I mean, you're patient there. It's what you can do. 6H, yeah, he just goes underneath. You can just wait for you to do it. You can I-80 over it. 2H works out, but the reward's really low if it's not counting it, so it's not that worth it all the time. Once again, if he just does these, because he's doing them randomly, so just chilling, just staying there, walking back and forwards, and then blocking low, and letting him kill himself is perfectly fine. And just getting trapped over and over again. Tech forward and just gets you into that. Alright. Okay, so I think I explained a good amount. Is there any more questions you have, Schmeat? Or should I go on to the next person? Womos, are you in here? I'll be uploading this VOD. Yeah. Hey man, maybe you'll get up to, maybe you'll verse my chip one day. You probably will. A lot of people I've taught actually get up to verse me a bunch. It's kind of cool. I like helped. I taught. Who did I teach? I didn't teach, but I've helped out a few players like Buster. I've helped out a little bit. You see if I taught I taught a bit of Buster, so Buster got some advice from me. Moose is strong. I got some advice from me. Hallowwood, Azerothian got a little bit of advice. Every new player has gotten at least one bit of advice from me. Not like I didn't. Most of the work was them though. Like 95% of the work was them, but I gave them like a good boost to get them from like bottom tier to you know, like getting him up to like a mid tier sort of area. Bit of a boost, so I'll try to boost you as well. So is Wormus here? You're not Wormus. You're Pepsi. No worries. I'll upload the VOD and I'll ping you when it's on YouTube. Next person was Leo. He's here. I don't know what KK Wormers is.
Leo versus Melia. Get ready to rock.
I'll give him a minute or two. I mean, yeah, you can give advice, just... This is my time, this is my stream. I'm in charge. But yeah, I'm perfectly... If you want to give advice to players, perfectly fine to, you know, give them a few tips in here, give them a few tips in the Discord, it's perfectly fine. So, okay, go. On there, then you lost Azerothian. Then you lost Nikado. No, I don't think I streamed any of that. NQ720C. I hope it's my stream. I'm very surprised if it wasn't my stream. The dog runs the stream. That's fine. I'm cool. I'm fine with what is happening? God, that's so much damage, Amelia. Fuck no. Yeah, you can play Jam in the Newbie Tourney. Where is... Okay, I don't know what KK Wims is. I don't... He was really strong at AC. I don't know how strong he is in Plus R. I think he's okay in Plus R. He's not like he's not like really weak in like Exit. But he's definitely not like top tier. Yeah, most tier lists are decently tight, so. Alright. Gonna have to ban you for doing that. Alright, I'm just gonna start with KK. I don't know where he is. Alright. So I do think KK is a bit too gung-ho. Kind of just gets into a situation where he wants to do stuff. He keeps pressing buttons when he's in that situation, but he could be pressing way better buttons. Alright. So after 5H, he is -3, so him pressing a button after that is really risky. Honestly. So far S. These are... If they want to press a button, they're going to be able to press a button. This dash forward, yeah. We got 5H on the other side, that was kind of risky. Honestly, playing against Amelia is a bit risky. It's a bit scary for the Leo because they can't exactly catch the Amelia, but at the same time they have good ways to deal with Amelia. Like a flash kick is quite useful. So you have like Amelia coming in like this and you'll just flash kick that. I wouldn't really 6-B it. Do stuff like this as well. Later, right? Yeah, so generally what Amelia wants to get in on her terms, using pin and stuff, and using movement to bait you to do options. So doing a lot of stuff like this is a bit risky, because in my opinion, Leah doesn't have many ways to deal with low attacks, like long-reaching low attacks, that go underneath his stuff. A lot of his stuff is like upper body reaching. So it's a lot harder for Leah to deal with stuff like that. This is risky because, first of all, he can throw you here. He can easily throw you here. Unless you're in the stance, he can throw you. You go into... You do frame trap, close slash, then you do 5H, but you don't continue the combo, which is a bit weird. And then what's even weirder is you go into the back turn, and you're actually plus after this back turn. The back turn wrecker, this one. Where is it? They didn't get rid of the frame data for that, did they? Okay, you're -3. Thought you'd be far higher, but you're not. So you're -3. So generally what you're going to be doing after that, you could press a button. You do have good fast range buttons, but got to be a little bit worried. It is a cross-up tool, so you might be able to hit and do stuff off it. No, he's not plus. He's plus after. He's plus after this one. He's plus after this, but he's not plus after this. Thing is though, is that you can just do that. You can catch him mashing. After this, he could very much do that. But yeah. So there's some stuff you can do there. Is it open here? Yeah, press it too much. Alright, we went back a bit. I went too far forward. Too much damage. You need to continue on that. Oh, that's good. I like the fact that you got them into this stance. So you got them in the block string. So you got the first hit. You should have been finishing that combo though. You did try to reset it here, which would be fine on block, but you got the hit. Anyways, so it blocked. You do that instead, and then you try to reset in the cross up. It's not bad. So like, I don't mind most of this stuff. Your pressure's not bad. Just need to be confirming. You have good tricks. You have good pressure resets and frame trap situations. Like, this is good. This is really good. Well, this should have been comboed. Yeah, that 5k should have gone to close slash, then to 5h. Then you should be able to combo off that and get a knockdown. Like, how do I do this? How do I say this? So if you get like a hit, you do this. Then you go into the back turn slams like that. Because yeah, you always want to be converting it to close slash, not fire S. Fire S doesn't work unless it's counter hit or crouching. Like this doesn't work, this doesn't combo. But that combos and this combo. Apart from that though, you have to go close slash. Let's do this. Sorry, sometimes I just kind of wonder how something works, and I'll just do it for a few seconds. I'll wander off. Speaking of which, just check something. Alright. What is this? Oops. So this is, you get that interrupt, that should have been this should be comboed. Then you interrupt there, which is pretty good because he's delayed the hit. That should have gone to close slash ender though. Into a knockdown or something. Can you back turn into... Yeah, you can. So yeah, you do have some stuff. Actually, in this situation, if you get once you get the knockdown, do that. And they can't throw you, and you'll just parry them if they wake up. Yeah, he's not converting. He needs to be getting into knockdowns. Definitely. Like he's doing this stuff, and then he does stuff like he'll do something dumb like this. So he interrupts this, goes into this, goes over the top, reset into an overhead. Then he should have comboed after it, but instead he kind of drops it. Like that hit should be like close slash into a combo, into maybe death. Hit by the high. 2D. Got lucky with that. Side swap. So yeah, just chilling. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to press, but just gotta chill. Yeah, you're trying to press buttons. Gotta be careful. This 5H could have gone into Rekka. Like that 5H could have gone into Rekka there. Sorry. So now he's got him locked down. And yeah. Unfortunately, that wasn't a back turn situation. You don't really get back turn situations in the corner like that. He's a bit reliant on the Rekka, stopping the Rekka short when there's a lot of other options he could be doing. Like I mentioned before, he could be doing stuff like this. He could be doing or he could be doing that. Or he could be doing, or he could be doing like all of this. Definitely be doing a lot more stuff like that. And then eventually you can just, you know, go for a throw. Or yeah, those situations you can reset stuff. What setups can you do? His setups are very basic. Most of the time, he's just going to be doing stuff like this. Like that, or stuff like that. Stuff like this. Like that. Right. he gonna be doing? Just look at his own damage rate. They've got the whole thing there, whole shebang there. But yeah, do stuff like that. He's got a lot of highlights like that. Count it here. What am I going for? Almost 2 hours. Jeez. Wish she was here, because then I could explain some more stuff. Because I gotta go soon. That was a good 5k here. Yeah, so he should be continuing this. This should be going into something. He needs to be continuing pressure off that. That could have been 5H and like a record pressure, or that could have been Fire S 6H or something. It could have been like this. Like that. Or yeah, some stuff you can get going there. Or they can just do stuff like this. Like if we look at the frame data here, like there's a lot of stuff that's plus. Is 5p is minus for some reason. That's weird. 5k is plus. Close slash is plus. 2k isn't that bad either. 2s is really plus. Even stuff like this, just. Yeah, I digress. Yeah, because he can just parry. Oh! The thing I forgot to mention. Some move. Where have we gotten it? that. So he does have really good damage off stuff like that. If he's mid-screen, then it's a bit different. Just a simple knockdown like that. Or... I don't like that. Bit different. I think it depends on where it is. This, swear to God. Okay, well there's stuff you can do off that. It's kind of in there. Sec. Music back on. Alright. So mix-ups here. Right screen on, yep. Press 5k into the disc. Gotta be careful about that. Continue the pressure off that. Doesn't do that. That's it. He hasn't really flash kicked at all. He needs to flash kick at least once to threaten it. Oh yeah, that should have been knocked down. That should easily be knocked down. He keeps resetting. That should have been a knockdown. Yep, there you go, knockdown. And then from there he needs to do the back turn stance. He needs to go slip behind them. That's more of a corner thing, that knockdown. Where you do the fireball, big fireball on top of them. Or you do like an S fireball or something. Chase them down. Punished, yep. Burst is fine. Remember, first of all, you could have RC'd this to be safe, but you didn't. You actually did have enough meter to RC this. Second of all, you shouldn't really be trying to do that. That was good. Could have actually killed there. Don't know why he didn't. Yeah, could have just gone 5H into a combo and finished. Be weird you didn't. Careful when jumping. Good hit. Match with 2S, alright. 5D, interesting. Good. Yeah, you can sit behind him. There we go. Ooh. So you didn't actually need to do that. From there, he could have done this. It's gonna be a bit further out. Maybe not that either. Right here. Yeah, it's gonna reach. Yeah, that's what you would do in that situation. So you actually didn't need to OCE that. You could have actually probably killed him there. That parry could have been a death. Easy death. You could have killed there. So you get blitzed. Low. And you have to burst as well. God. Big fireball. That's good to have out when he's far away. Kind of jump K though. Jump K is a very good button. Something like that. Good knockdown. Remember you want to go behind them. Try to do dash 5H into something, but I think he just didn't do it correctly. Because he could have done something like this. Could have something like that, but he did it too close. I don't think that's a good idea. It's such big damage. In the air. Good blocks there. Good flash kick. This is a good flash kick. Try to go behind. Blocks. It's a little bit too much. First of all, I don't think you should be pressing fire S. Just chill. At this range, just chill. Like, maybe if you want to go into back turn stand, sure, but pressing 5S at that range is going to get you whiff punished against melee way too much. So way too much 5S, way too much 5H in these situations. Like, if you really want to get on top of them, then using 5K is a lot better. Like, 5K is a much better button to try to get on top of them. Finish your combo. Come on. Yes. Go throwing that. Side swapped. Missed the combo though. Nice block on the high. That's cool. Yep. So I think this is the only game I had of you, which is unfortunate. Yeah. I would have liked a bit more. I would have liked to have seen a bit more of you. Maybe if you play in this newbie tourney, or if you have any questions, I would help a bit more. But yeah, I just need to see more content, and probably need. I don't know how much I've helped you with this, but I think I could have given you like more content. Unfortunately, you're not here right now, so this VOD will be up, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if Damon's here. I don't know if I have enough time to explain anything to him because I'm gonna be doing something else soon. I think I'm just gonna have to call it there on the review, and we'll get into it tomorrow a bit more. Till then, so okay, yeah, I think I'll just end it there. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. The Newbie Tourney will be up for tomorrow for OCE if you're around for it. I'll be casting and getting more content to analyze from there to help out players. I'll be uploading this VOD to YouTube on my YouTube. Pretty sure my YouTube is down in my Twitch description. Apart from that, GG guys, thank you for all the follows that I got recently. They grow like, what are we at? 189. We need 11 more. Then you get to see my like annoying dogs that have to make me mute every time I want to try to commentate or do something. Anyways, GG guys.